actually going to be very useful what I intend to do with it in the long run. Because once I get the portal to the Deep Dark, I'm going to take that mining rig over there, and I'll just be able to get tons and tons of ore by basically opening up a tunnel in the top area of the, straight out from the starting point. I'll just be able to go straight out, a little ways. Of course, toss it. Cal, you're making a mess on the road. What'd I tell you about making a mess? Anyway, I'll be able to go straight out with a tunnel, and then I won't have to go down or into the big area or anywhere down there unless I want to go find a temple, which I will want to do that. But for mining purposes, I can just go kind of straight across the top of the world, pulling this thing, over every 7x7 area. Go basically every 7 tiles and drop it down. Well, actually every 8 tiles. Anyway, I think. It does the size of this lower platform. That's why I kind of made it that size so I could see exactly what kind of area it was scanning below it. Or had a visual idea, a visual cue. So yeah, there's that. Going to be really super awesome when I get to the Deep Dark, or get access to the Deep Dark, because it'll just produce a ton of material without having to disrupt the landscape, without having to go down into the danger area, and yeah, there's all that. Oh, what? Probably because this is full. Yep. So yeah, well, might as well talk about this guy since I'm standing right here, checking him out. This is my fishing buddy. He fishes for me. This is a new type of thing that the Thaumcraft golems can do. They can now have a fishing core. It's pretty cool. So he sits here and gathers fish for me all day long. He doesn't actually pick it up. And there's a bit of a bug right now with the, well, in the version that I'm using, there's a bit of a bug with the gather core golems. I don't know if it's because I was just using a really weak golem, or if it's, the gather core itself. Because I did try originally to have a golem doing the gathering too, and when that didn't work out, I went ahead and put a hopper hawk over here, which will just basically suck up anything that ends up on the ground nearby and put it in this chest. So let's see, what all have we got? We got all kinds of good stuff here. Saddles and rotten flesh, sticks. Oh, I don't need to stay there. Fishing rods, but I wonder if I can combine these 2 fishing rods. Repaired a little bit. That's just fine. Put that one back. See, he does occasionally bring up enchanted fishing rods, enchanted bows, books with various enchantments on it. He does occasionally catch that stuff, just like a regular player. And of course, all the fish. I got all the fish. Speaking of raw fish, I'm going to cook those up because I have a villager in here. Get his own little booth. Hey, Mr. Villager. This guy's got pretty good trades for me to get emeralds on. Wheat, cotton, wool. This is a bad one. That's one I just had to do to fix the next one, which is cooked fish. Pretty good one. And then, yeah, this one, which I've completed this one a couple of times to reset him, but it hasn't worked out very well. Actually, it resets him, but he doesn't open up any other trade. I'm pretty sure he should have more trades available. Because I think they're supposed to have like 7 different trades or something like that. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not real good with villager vanilla mechanic stuff. No real clue, really. Just guessing based on some stuff I might have seen on somebody else's video at some point. Put that sand away. And I can go ahead and put my mining rig collar away. And I need to power that for a second. How long will it power? Will that even... For a second. Go to put this... that didn't last very long. Oh, I have coal. I can go ahead and put a piece of coal now. That'll power it up for a moment. Don't need to put the dirt in there. Leather can go in there. The pufferfish, the dimensional bread. I think dimensional bread makes you invisible when you eat it or something. It does something funny to you. Something dimensional. Oh, this extra generator can go in here. I don't need that. At least not right now. Dirt away. Finally, I can cook the fish. What do I do with the gold? Did I put it? Oh, okay, good. I did put it in the sag mill. Another nice, really nice added feature in the 1.7.2 version of Ender.io is he added the ability to put a enhancer right here. By default, there are 2 different enhancers. One of them is flint, which is why the flint barrel is right there. And the other is dark steel balls, which are craftable with dark steel in a cross pattern in the crafting grid. And you see when you have the dark steel ball in there, it increases the main output by 150%. So basically what that means is you get almost, actually I think it might mean you actually do get triple the output, or triple your ore. Because it naturally doubles ore. So if I add 50% to that, that's 50% of 2 is 1. So that would be 3 ore, 3 dust from each ore, approximately. And that's what it works out to when you do a whole bunch. I mean, it's got a little randomness to it, but you know, in the big picture, you basically get 3 ore out of, or three material out of your ores. And then if it's something like say I wanted to grind some cobblestone into sand, I'll get out of 1 stack of cobblestone, I'll get a stack and a half of sand. And then, you know, in the sag mill, a lot of your ores have secondary outputs. So, like, you can have a chance of getting, apparently, copper. You have a chance of getting some copper out of gold. And the chance is relatively small for a lot of them. All these can be configured, too, by the way, in your config file. You can drastically alter how the sag mill and the alloy smelter work, and you can add recipes for things, especially like if you have mods that have other you know, things in them, and it doesn't have the recipes by default, you can go ahead and add those in the user files, the user config files, which is kind of nice. I've done that in a pack, in one of the other packs that I made for the 1.6.2 version, or 1.6.4 version. It's late, and I'm getting a little hoarse, and probably still talking to myself, so... Well, maybe somebody will, like I said, maybe somebody will watch this later. It'll get archived. Maybe I'll even upload it to YouTube. Because I think there's an easy way to port this over to YouTube. So yeah, this is kind of like this basically is a kind of a preview of my 1.7.2 Let's Play pack, because yeah, I'm gonna do something with this real soon. I'm gonna start a fresh world. I would like to release this pack publicly. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that. If I don't release the pack publicly or don't have permission from everybody to release the pack publicly, what I'll do instead is I will create a file, a spreadsheet file that will list each one of the mods that I'm using and provide a download or a link back to the original author's website where you can download each individual mod, and then I will provide the config files for the pack. So if that's if I don't get it publicly, like out on the Feed the Beast launcher or something like that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that with this. I've got a couple of private packs on the Feed the Beast launcher right now that I've worked on, and I've put together some other private packs for some people. So, getting better at it, I hope, I think. I definitely enjoy putting these together and testing them out, seeing how I can get interactions going on, you know, see how things work together. Lots and lots of things that I haven't explored yet in this pack too. So basically, this is kind of just the concept. We wanted a safe place to kind of test the mods from and stuff, test things out, which is why there's a magnum torch here. Keeps the spawns out of this village. Starter village, and I really like this build. I've been working on this building all day. Well, not necessarily all day, but since I started playing Minecraft today, which has been several hours. It took me a few hours, especially that roof, you know, because that's those carpenter blocks you gotta put. They're a little tricky to place sometimes. So yeah, I've been working on all that quite a bit. Really like it. Really like the carpenter's rocks combined with the chisel mod. Gives you infinite ability to decorate. Well, nearly infinite. Like with billions and billions and billions of block combinations, you know, of yeah. Plus I added today my Forge micro parts, so I should have covers. I do. I've got covers now. I can make saws, cut things up. That is sweet. Very good. Very good indeed, because the new... Where is it? Yes, because I believe that Applied Energistics can now accept covers, the Forge Micropart covers. So, as I move forward and build that up some, that's if I do a whole lot more in this world. I'm getting pretty close to the point where I'm like, okay, it's tested, I'm ready to do an official start of a new series, you know. A lot of my old series, well, I should say, some of my old series are either coming to an end or have fizzled out for various reasons. And I'd like to get some new projects going on again. So, new projects that I'll probably be working on pretty soon is I'm going to be entering a mod pack in the Jam Pack competition. That's going to be fun. I'm going to have a ton of fun with that. I have a concept right now. I don't want to talk too much about it until I get something like official, ready to go, so nobody can say that, nobody can copy me before I have my stuff out there and then go, hey, you copied me. I hate that shit. Don't want to have any incidences like that. So yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about that on camera just yet. Or maybe I should talk about it on camera. I don't know, because then I'd have record that I thought of it first. Yeah, maybe that should be my attitude. Maybe I should, because you know, too many times I keep my mouth shut, and then somebody else comes up with the same thing, and then they're like, and then I can't do nothing with it because you know, because I don't have roof. So yeah, let me talk about that on camera right now. So what I'm going to be doing for the Jan-Packed competition. I'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah. I am going to create a mod pack. Of course, you have to use the Hardcore Quest mod to tie your maps and mod pack together, all your mods together. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a mod pack called the Continuum Conundrum. And what it'll be is, I'm just going to kind of give you a brief overview of this, so I'm not going to tie myself down too much, but I want to, basically provide a record of, I kind of thought of it first, or I thought of it independently. Nobody's talked to me about this. I mentioned it to I mentioned it to at least one other YouTuber. It's kind of similar to the mod pack, the Quest mod pack I was kind of creating for 172, which has been suspended for the time being. I'm just waiting on mods to be ready, particularly the Hardcore Quest mod for 172, which is actually, that's all going to be suspended and it's going to be moved to 1710 because I'm pretty sure that a lot of the mods that I want to use are not going to be updated anymore for 172. They're going to move to 1710. So, but it's still, that's like months and months away. So this is slightly similar in the sense that, I guess the similarity kind of is that I'm going to be focusing on tech-based mods, technology-based mods. Really not going to have any magic in it. And if I do have magic, it's kind of going to be the objective of the player to rid the world of the magic influence. So basically, the Continuum Conundrum. You're going to start out, you're going to be in like a lab. You're going to wake up at a lab, and you're going to be presented with some missions, kind of like you're the failsafe. Like all shit broke loose, the timeline's all fucked up, and you got to go to different eras and fix it. So yeah, so what it's going to be is you'll transport around to different maps that will basically represent the different times in world history, the future, the holocaustic future, the peaceful future. That's going to be some places you're going to have to visit. The present, the industrial age, the medieval times, and I might even have you go all the way back to the dinosaur age. So those are probably going to be the dimensions that I create to go along with this map and the quests. And I want to make this as, I want to make it not only like linear, I want there to be a linear kind of element to it, but at the same time, I want to put in enough repeatable quests and repeatable content that if you wanted to play it like multiplayer and like just keep playing it and playing it and playing it, that it won't necessarily get boring. So it's gonna be like the initial ages, like the ages that I create for it, they're gonna have a small area that's going to be pre-generated. Obviously, I have to do that in order to like put the connection points in, between the starting area and different ages. But I also want to use a mod, probably going to be the Better Dungeons mod, because there is a way to highly customize the Better Dungeons mod in order to be able to spawn and reproduce custom dungeons that you actually create. So like for the industrial age, I'll be able to have towns that look pretty much like the early American towns and stuff like that, spawn across the map as you go around and stuff. And hopefully I will be able to figure out something that will allow me to do the map gen so that it kind of resembles some particular area of the world. I don't know if it'll probably be set in the U.S. someplace, probably for the most part, because that's what I'm familiar with. Not because I have anything against any other country, just that's what I'm familiar with. If I did any other place, it would probably be London, because that island is very, very highly documented throughout the ages. Like I could get maps of the British Isles from all the way back to the medieval ages that detail exactly where everything was at. And that and the other kind of reason I don't necessarily want to do that is because that would kind of tie me down to like making it look just like that. You need to have you forgot a road. I don't want to get the you're not accurate here, you're not accurate there kind of stuff. There's gonna be some inaccuracies. So I'm kind of and that's kind of the other thing. It's the continuum conundrum. The timeline's fucked up, so it's not gonna look exactly like it's supposed to, like you would expect. There's going to be problems with it, and that's the kind of thing. You got to fix those problems. So anyway, so there we go. I've talked about it on Twitch. It'll be recorded. Anybody comes up with the same damn idea, I'm going to be pissed off. Be like, yeah, I said it first. Here's my proof. So, I don't know if anybody's actually popped in and watched me or not. If you are in the chat channel, I'm not really paying attention to actually that unless you talk, because I have set up my IRC to be able to relay anything that's said in my chat channel. So you have to talk for me to know that you're there. And I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do now. At this point, I got a bunch of work to do on that. I don't really want to mess with it right now. Oh, something else. I think I didn't mention it when I was talking earlier about Thaumcraft add-ons. I also added today, I just added this one today, I added Forbidden Magic. Another one of my favorite add-ons for, well, there's only two of my favorite add-ons for Thaumcraft, which is Forbidden Magic and Thaumic Tinker, so now I have them both. And the reason I like Forbidden Magic so much is because it ties blood magic and, well, some other magic things. Crystal Scribing Tool. It does tie Ars Magica in 1.6.4. Unfortunately, as we know, Ars Magica is not ready for 1.7 yet. So yeah, it's just basically some cross. It provides me with some cross stuff for blood magic. So I'll probably be able to make a wand that will recharge off of my blood pool, which should be pretty awesome. I usually make the one that recharges off of my Ars Magica mana pool, but I don't know what other magic mods it currently allows interaction with. I don't think it does anything with Botania. Don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. And if it does it now, it might in the future. It's a good chance. Oh, hey, look, I guess I got Umbral Roses as a thing. Gosh, I wish I knew what I was missing on that. That looks like it'd be cool. Lord of Hellfire. Yeah, Thaumic Cake. So I thought there would be another tab here, but I guess they condensed it. So either that or I just haven't unlocked it. I haven't done the stuff I need to unlock it. So let's see, magic mods. Oh, yeah, there should be some witchery crossovers too. Yeah, and I don't know how that. I don't know if they are in or not in this version. There is in 1.6.4, so I'm assuming, or I'm hoping, that there's also servers for witchcraft too in the Forbidden Magic, so that I can tie in some of my witchcraft stuff. So yeah, I think I've pretty much showed everything on the server that I wanted to. And I get a little hoarse. My voice is starting to go a little bit. Gosh, yeah, I showed the Blood Altar stuff. This is fun. I really love Steve's Factory Manager. And I need to start doing some more mod reviews. Yeah, there's the program. Here's the program for my little automated altar. So this over here is just this right here filter is just to put stuff into the altar. That's all it does. Just takes stone out of this chest, puts it in the altar, if the altar is in fact empty. Now, I've kind of renamed these to kind of give you a little, give myself some clues as to what I have going on in that thing. So yeah, filler, that's the name of this overall thing. The condition is if the redstone signal, if I have this on, right now it's off, so it won't do anything, it won't put stone up in there. But if that was on, then it would say, okay, go ahead, and if the altar's empty, take some stone out of the chest and put it in the altar. And those are, I think that's, let's see, yeah, creative inputs and outputs. What's this one? Inventory? Yeah, no, that's to take the stone. Okay, yeah, no, this is conditional. This is conditional. Create condition. Yeah. So yeah, if there's anything in the altar, then how did I have that set? If any. I guess it works. I guess that's not how that's probably not the best way to do it, but I guess it works because once the stone's in there, it can't put more stone in. Or once the stone upgrades into one of the things, it can't put any more stones in either. So until the slab or slate that's in there comes out. So probably not the exact right way to do it, but it works. And this is something I put together kind of to learn the Steve's Factory Manager, and I think I try to keep it semi-simple. So yeah, there's main switch. What was I doing here? What's this do? What am I doing here? I have no idea. Oh, I know what this does. This, let me change this. That's not the main switch. Ritual toggle. That's the ritual toggle. Because, yeah, these two conditions things here is what turn it off and on when I flip that switch there. Redstone's a little different how these work with the redstone. I had to watch, gosh, the guy that makes Steve's cards. I don't know how to say his name. It's something. V something V. Yeah. How do you say that? Let me see here. I guess that's why he calls it Steve's Factory Manager instead of VSWE. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Maybe somebody will tell me at this point so I can. Because he's really cool. Really makes cool mods. Because he's the same guy who makes the Steve's carts, of course. Got Steve's Factory Manager now. He's also involved in the HQM project. So yeah, makes really awesome mods. And this one is rapidly becoming one of my favorites because it's just so damn powerful if you can figure out how to use it. So yeah, this is the mode selector here, and these things off to the side here just change the power sign over there, basically to tell you whether or not the machine's on. I look in here, the sign text auto mode is on, and this changes the sign text to pull the lever to activate auto mode. And then over here, this is actually a group. If I look at that, oh look, there's a whole bunch more programming. So this is the part that actually selects what type of slate that I'm going to be making. And it looks at these redstone conditionals, the two switches to the to my left, and then if the first switch, well, actually, how does this work? Toggle. Wait, yeah. This is switch. This is one of the switches. I don't remember which one. I don't think I even ever. Yeah, and it's only looking at the switch above it. It's only checking for redstone signal coming from directly above it. So, yeah, just one of these guys. If it's true, it goes this way. If it's false, it goes this way. And then it looks at the other switch. Now these two right here are both looking at that same second switch. So if that one is true or false, it goes down these other things. So, and then of course sign is in blank slates. And then all the rest of these, it only updates the very bottom line, because that's all that really matters, because that's the only thing that changes between different modes. Then, yeah, imbued, and finally demonic. So there we go. So those go through each one of the different types of slates. And in order for me to filter for these, which that's the sign text here, right here, these inputs, these are looking at the altar. So bottom of the altar says you have to pick a target. So I'm looking at the altar. I'm going to be pulling out the bottom if I pull out, which it really doesn't matter what side you select there. It's attached to the bottom, so I just figured I'd use the bottom just in case. So what it does is it whitelists that type of slate. So as soon as it sees that slate is in the altar, it pulls it out and then puts it. Well, this is just a flow control. This just allows me to tie these 4 inputs back together. And this is kind of like a, if any type thing. It's just a connector. Allows me to connect 5 outputs from these things to 1 output down here, which this output goes back up to the main chart. So if I go back up to the main chart and shrink that, we can see that it comes out of that group and then goes to this, which is to say as soon as it has whatever particular slate, it moves that to the chest. Now that's all there is to that. I suppose I should show it working, so I'm going to need some what is it? There, this stuff. Yes. Now the only thing I haven't done is, and I could actually, make it so that, like, if it right now, okay, that's a little bug I have with my little program, is this sign won't update unless the system is actually on. So now that it's on, you can see that it updated. See now it'll update as I pull these levers. And you can see my health is going down. The other thing about this is it will not do its thing if there's anything sitting up here. So if I leave my blood orb in there, it won't work. And it won't pull that blood orb out or anything. So just put the blood orb away for now. Now if I go ahead and tell this, reinforce is the one I use the most. Because reinforce is what's used to make ritual stones. And I actually do need a ton of those. So there's blank slate mode. I'm just going to go ahead and put one of these in. And you can see it zipped off, and now it's up there. And it's starting to be converted. And as soon as it comes back down here, or as soon as it gets converted, it's going to get pulled out and brought back down into the chest. Now something else I haven't done, which I probably could do, is like, so now I actually want reinforced slate. So I could actually tell this system, you know, I could add some programming to the inventory manager to not only pull blanks or pull smooth stone out of here, but I could also have it pull blank slates, because blank slates are lower than reinforced slates. So it would be able to, you know, do that. And then I could probably also have it go ahead and, you know, do that for all the levels. It would require a bunch more, you know, fiddling around with the program. But it's definitely a doable thing. You know, I could get a lot more complicated with this. This is just something I kind of threw together to learn, like I said, just to learn how Steve's Factory Manager works. It does what I want it to do. You know, it allows me to quickly and easily automate the creation of slates. It also allows me to toggle the ritual here off and on, because I actually do have a couple other people that occasionally join me on this server. Like I said, the guy that made the village here, he won't be back for a while. And then I got another guy that does join me occasionally. You can see. So now, as soon as it becomes a reinforced slate, it'll pull it out and put another one in. Just like that. And it just keeps doing that until it runs out of materials to work with. And like I said, I could teach it. I could teach it to upgrade slates as well if I wanted to. I'm going to swap this out. Oops. Give me that. Ah. Dang it. Not fast enough. There we go. You gotta be real fast, because this thing actually works fairly fast. And you can change how often it checks. Eating grass. You can change how often it checks by these guys right here, the intervals. So by default it's 1 second, which is typically fine. Doesn't cause too much lag at 1 second. It doesn't, you know, and it's still fast enough to get the job done, no problem, you know. Yeah, you know, I need some Pam's food so I can get that well-fed buff. I think if Pam's does that. I hope that's not part of Hunger Overhaul. I really wish somebody would port that or fork it into 1.7.2 or 1.7.10 either. Couple of rituals over here, my binding ritual, my unbinding ritual, and of course my summoning altar with a ritual of containment. I really love this design. I did this in my Agrarian Skies. Actually, I did this in another test server that I was working, that I had blood magic in, and then I ended up using this design in my Agrarian Skies map. And now I love the way this looks. So every time I build one of these demon summoning altars, I of course put a ritual of containment so that it's you know, makes it relatively easy to kill the demon, and build this structure because it looks like a place where you would summon demons, doesn't it? I mean, it just looks like a place demons would get summoned at, or elementals, or whatever you summon. But when I do the winged demons, those require some additional the additional pedestals out in these areas, so I might end up having a different look for that, but yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. It works. I just really like that, the way that looks when I put this in there. What you can't see is part of the containment ritual is underneath. There's a rune underneath the bottom of this pillar, and there's a rune rune right at the top of that pillar too. You can see it if I get up above it though. Can I get? Yeah. Well, kind of see it. You see there's a 5x5 up there, checkered or whatever. Anyway, those are the rituals I have set up right now. And oh, well, it helps if I don't stand near this. It doesn't have any blood to fuel its process. So, and it's raining again. I'm glad I got the weather sound off, or that'd be really annoying. I can just let that sit too. I mean, I can come back to it any time when I want. It's nighttime. I can come up here. I should replace these beds with carpenter beds. I really should. So we put these. I put these down just because we needed a place to sleep the night off earlier in the game. When we first started this world. And then what we did is this village, it really didn't have anything in it other than that building and these fences and some crops, and it just had the vanilla crops, a little bit of them. So yeah, I moved all these crops in here, and we didn't have any of these bushes and stuff. Put all that in afterwards. And it didn't have the booth. Well, maybe not obviously, but it didn't have the booth. I added the booth and got the villager. This building is basically supposed to be kind of like a newbie starting area. Kind of like we planned on using this for a public, a public type server. So if I ever get to the point where I have a bunch of followers and maybe enough support and stuff from maybe a Patreon, and we'll make a Patreon server. And yeah, this would be kind of like the centralized start area. I don't know, maybe I'll do something a little more elaborate than this, but I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a great builder. This is somebody else's work, so that building over there, that's the extent of my. Well, actually, that one there is actually not bad. I think I kind of that's kind of maybe the pinnacle of my creativity right there, because I don't usually come up with buildings that look that good, but it also helps that I have carpenter's blocks and just chisels. So, I mean, if I just had a few blocks to work with, it would probably just be a square like that right there. This is the type of building I usually build. Square. And this door right here, this is a Steve's Factory Manager door. See, these right here are cable camouflage, and I could probably set these. I can make these look like anything I wanted. Of course, the cables on the side, I would have to add some other things too if I wanted to make them look like other blocks. But, whoa, that's weird. Why is that changing the futuristic armor plating block? That's strange. I don't remember doing that. Why is that doing that? I do have set camo. Clear camo. Okay, I didn't even know I did that. That was weird. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with them just looking like, their default pattern. It actually looks very much like a, some kind of futuristic door. And that's accomplished with the advanced camos. These are the tier 3 camouflage blocks, which allow you to change their shape and the side visuals. You make them look like anything, you make them any kind of micro block size. Down here, what did I talk about anything down here? Brewing setup I have. Basically just to make potions of swiftness. If I toss the materials to make potions of swiftness in this chest, it'll suck it out and make potions of swiftness, put back in there. Actually, I think all I gotta do is add water bottles. Yeah, because the stands already have the sugar in the... And that's so I can make the speed upgrades for these guys. And then I'm using another just a little factory manager setup down here to turn off and on these air compressors when the pressure reaches a certain level. So I had to add this little bit of redstone for it to actually sense the redstone. But I tried putting the redstone receiver block directly underneath the gauge, but it wouldn't do. It wouldn't detect it. And then I actually didn't try putting the redstone receiver directly in front of this, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to be able to see the gauge. So now I can actually check the gauge without opening any of the inventory interfaces if I don't want to. So that system's set up to power the pressure chamber and the assembly controller I have over here. I had a bit of trouble getting this to work, but the guy that makes this, I can't think of his name now. Okay, Mine Martin. I remembered it. The guy that makes this mod, I had to get a little advice from him on how to get this to work. I did finally get it to work though. Basically, it allows me to make the unassembled PCBs and advanced pressure tubes without the hassle of the UV box. So I probably don't actually need this UV box anymore. It's okay, it can stay there. It looks nice. Kind of goes, fits. And I really don't need this. That's a pool of acid right there, so I probably don't want to stand in it. Don't want to stand in it. And that right there is where the drones come and go. So yeah, this charging station actually will charge up the drones. And you may have seen those in the chest when I was looking in here earlier. These guys are all pre-programmed. And what I use those guys for is for tree farming. That's what this little programmer setup is on here. And you might see that I have a Tinker's Construct axe in here because the Pneumaticraft drones can actually use that axe, and they will, it'll use it pretty much like you would be able to use the axe to cut down the full tree all at once. Now I have one drone that will plant the saplings. I have 2 drones that'll cut wood, and then I have another 1 drone that will pick up items. Once I figured out that they could use the lumber axe, I really didn't need the second drone to cut wood, so I don't really use the second drone anymore so much. But I suppose it's one more thing I could show you before I, finish up this broadcast. That I still think nobody's watching, but maybe, like I said, maybe somebody will come back around and watch it later. I guess I should go check on the Twitch page to see if there's actually anybody been watching it at all. Who knows? Maybe I got viewers and they're just not talking. So if I come over here, sorry, you're probably looking at me just standing still on in the video. Where's my thing here? There should be a button here somewhere, right? This? No. That's not it. Oh, because I'm not logged in. Oh, I had to log out, that's why. Oops. I need to press that key. No, maybe not. Channel No, that's not it. Gosh, I'm so bad at this Twitch thing right now. Of course, this is only my first kind of official. There we go, dashboard. That's what I need to look at. Offline. Why does it say I'm offline? So bad at this Twitch thing right now. Of course, this is only my first kind of official. There we go, dashboard. That's what I need to. Oh, I better mute this. I'm just going to be in an infinite loop of yeah. Whoops. Use. Why does it say I'm offline? Am I offline? Maybe because I'm tabbed out. I don't know. Hopefully my channel's been broadcasting okay. Maybe I'll see an archive of it later. It's supposed to auto-archive. I set that option up. And if it doesn't, then I guess I'm just talking to myself all night. Oh well. Gotta start somewhere. Gosh. Oh yeah. I was going to play. Gosh. Oh yeah. I was going to. Damn it! I don't want to pause it. I just want to mute that. I wonder if I could set that so that I can hear my channel. Of course, that would be kind of weird after a while. Constantly hearing echo of what I was saying like 15 seconds ago. Yeah, so, okay, now that's looking like I'm good. Yeah, apologize for the looping feedback, whatever stuff that's probably going to have happened in this video a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, drones. I'm going to show that, and then I'm going to kind of wrap this up. So let me get these ones that I want out of here. This guy. That's the dig area. Wait, nope, these are both. Okay, so I only need one of these guys, and then these three guys here. I'm going to put these on my bar for a moment, because what will happen is anything that's on my bar that'll hold pressure, if I stand on here, it'll refill them. So if I look here, I can see that their pressure is going up. Is it? Should be. Oh, well, some of them might be going down. These two are going up. Yeah, the one drone dropped a little pressure. These two are gaining pressure. So now they got plenty of pressure to do their thing. So it doesn't matter where I put them down. They know where to go. So I can just put them down right here, and there he goes. He's off to go do his thing. We'll go chase him down here in a minute. This guy, he's not doing anything because he probably doesn't have anything to do yet. This guy should do something. So that's probably my gatherer. There's nothing to gather right now. He's just going to sit there and wait until he senses something in the target area to gather. Okay, so that's the cutter. You see, he's picked up his tool, but he has nothing to cut. Now that's the planter. So it's going to get the saplings and go ahead and start planting them. And these guys, they exclusively do dark wood for me because I like dark wood. Like the new dark oaks, I should say, not dark wood, dark oaks that were added in 1.7. So, and okay, he ran out of saplings. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more saplings. I think it's going to need a bit more to finish up the job. Or at least the first run. This will generate. They will generate more saplings than they use. Is he gonna pull a full stack? He did. There's upgrades you can give these drones that make them move faster, make them carry more stuff, etc., etc. Let's So what do I need to do? I kind of want to demonstrate the whole thing. I'm going to go sleep off the night while he finishes planting. Because they don't grow very well in the daytime, or in the nighttime. I think they need a certain level of light, which is not available at nighttime, so typically they won't grow. I've seen something in chat for a moment. I thought maybe I actually had a viewer, but it was just me talking to myself earlier. So yeah, there we go. We got some daytime. Okay, so he stopped in mid action there. He didn't finish planting because he's probably low on air. So yeah, see now he's down there charging up at this charging station. So that charging station has the ejector upgrade, which will allow the drones to detect that it can charge them. So whenever they get low on pressure, they will automatically come over here for a reboot, for recharge of pressure. And that's why I have the hole in the side there, because if you don't have a path to it, and they detect it, and they can't find a path to it, it will drastically slow down the Pneumaticraft process thread. Won't really affect other things, but the Pneumaticraft stuff will practically grind to a halt. You've seen extreme block lag because they're sitting there, they're trying to calculate a path, and there is none, and they just keep trying. And so you got to make sure that you provide a path for the drones to get to that charger if it has the ability to charge them, or they will drive themselves nuts trying to figure out how to get to it. So come on, grow one of you guys. Here, maybe I'll give it a little help. We'll come down to the ones on the end here. So just walk by. Little gross sigil action there. And you can see he goes down. Now there's a little visual bug with these with the drones. Oh well, cool. It looks like it didn't happen this time. So yeah, okay. Now you can see that it is happening now. So even though he's broke those blocks, they still show that they're there. They're not actually there. He broke all of those. Oh, I'm gonna get away so I don't pick up everything. Now there comes. Occasionally they do like to get a little stuck on these light posts. They do eventually figure it out and they'll go around. So if they get hung up for a moment, you know, there's an obstacle in the way or something, they will eventually figure out that they can move around it. Is that the picker up guy? I think it is the picker up guy. Yeah, he's picking stuff up. And he'll bring it back and put it in this chest. So he'll deliver all the sapperlings and bring it back to that chest there. And eventually, oh, you know what? I know why that guy down there is taking so long to get charged. It's because I moved all the speed upgrades. Yeah, I took the speed upgrades out of there. Where did I put them? Where did I use them in? Oh, I used them in this. Okay. I don't really need the speed upgrades over there right now. I need to make some more so I don't have to keep swapping around. But yeah, I want the speed upgrades up there. Whenever I'm using the drone, I like to have that charger fully speeded up. Otherwise, they'll sit there for a very long time getting charged. Okay, so planter guy should be headed back out there. Oh, I see a tree grew and it got cut. Good. Very good. The collector is bringing the saplings back. We'll probably get apples. You can only carry one type of thing at a time unless you upgrade them. Okay, and there goes the planter guy. And I probably would be best off to take that gathering one and convert the second woodcutter into a second gatherer instead. Because there's like 3 different types of items that fall out there. These guys aren't particularly fast. I probably lose a little bit of materials to decay, maybe. I don't know for sure. Badoom! Those guys, they are awesome. Isn't that awesome how he uses I think it's just freaking awesome that he uses carbon or the Tinker's Construct tools with the special ability of the tool, you know. So, yeah, there comes the other planter guy back. So yeah, that's my my auto tree farm there. I could accomplish this with Ender.io. I wanted to try something different. You know, I thought it was a good way for me to learn how pneumatic wrap drones work. So, and yeah, I kind of learned quite a bit figuring this all out. You know, at first I tried to use wooden axes, and that didn't work. They don't like wooden axes, basic wooden axes. You know, I'm like, maybe this will speed it up a little bit. It didn't. So then I'm like, well, maybe I can give them a Tinker's Construct or lumbering axe. So I tried it out, and lo and behold, they use them and they use their special abilities. So super awesome discovery there. And then the thing I did to kind of help with the you know, not wasting time and the tool durability. Tinker's, I mean, it probably doesn't make a difference in the tool durability. They do use up tool durability. Is and I know when that happens because then trees stop. You know, and he basically can't cut trees once the tool breaks. You know, uses up all the durability on the tool. Because if you've ever tried to use a Tinker's Construct tool after it's broken, it's like much slower than even trying to break things with your hand. So yeah, I do have to come out and, you know, grab him up, and then when you pick him up and you have to use a well, you don't have to use, you could just like attack him, but you know, probably the proper way to do it is to use the pneumatic ratchet wrench here. And yeah, this guy right here, when he's not doing anything, I have him, he just continuously drops and picks up the saplings in the chest. And the reason I did that, added that to the program, is basically to force him to come back to this chest, because he died a couple times due to, you know, being in the tree when it grew. Because like if you don't have him do something after the planting process, after the planting action, or you know, you either tell him to go to a point, or you know, give him a task that involves a different location, he'll just stop right where he's at. You know, he's like, okay, I've planted everything. I don't have anything else to do until there's something else to plant. And if he stops right where the tree grows later on, he'll be inside the tree, and they're entities, so they take suffocation damage, and yeah, didn't work out very well. So yeah, I added the routine to basically to whenever he's done planting, come back here and drop off any saplings in here, and then pick up saplings out of there. So also ensures that he has the most saplings he can at any given time. Guys, I can watch these guys all day, man. They just do their thing. So something else that you can consider when you're doing these, you can mine with them, you can build with them. A lot of things that they can do. You can have them patrol and guard an area. and if you're going to have them like patrol and guard an area, you probably want to give them a sword. If you're going to have a mine, you might want to consider giving them a Tinker's Construct Hammer. That way they can do a 3x3 at a time. It may not work out right, because then you might end up breaking some blocks outside of the designated area. I'm not sure. I don't know if they would know that they have a Tinker's tool and then be careful about the way they used it, or if they would just go ahead and just kind of haphazardly smash blocks with it. And so there's that. But it would be great if you're trying to quarry down to bedrock or quarry out a large area in a short period of time. You could give them hammers and give a few drones the same task, and they'll just go to town at it. There's a lot of things that you can do with this programmer. You can see some of the puzzle pieces. You can designate your areas. You can filter items, either blacklist or whitelist, depending on the side that the puzzle piece is on. These things are awesome. You can dig out areas. You can place blocks, pick up items, put items in inventories, take items out of inventories, and go places. So with those bit of puzzle pieces, you can get quite a lot accomplished with these little guys. Quite a lot, actually. But I think I'm going to go ahead. Well, actually could probably use some more. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff away. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of wood and saplings in here. And of course, I've made a ton of charcoal. So no issues with using charcoal as my power generation. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could keep this on up here fairly easily. Just no real need for me to do it at this point because I'm not storing anything important in there. I'm just using it as kind of like item overflow. Not doing any auto crafting with it or anything like that yet. Haven't gotten too deep into the Applied Energistics 2. There's quite a bit changed from Applied Energistics 1. Quite a bit. As you can see, the terminals are now multi-parts that attach to the cables. A lot of the import and export buses and stuff like that are also multi-parts that attach to cables and shit and stuff. So I think I have been at this long enough. Hopefully this will archive and I will be able to use it as a YouTube video as well. I'm going to be rambling on a bit. I tried to keep talking. Hopefully I don't have too many awkward moments in this or screw-ups. Probably a bit of screw-ups, especially when I was looping audio earlier on accident. But this is my 172 test pack. So I hope you enjoyed checking out my 172 test world. I hope you look forward to checking out my Let's Play when I go ahead and start using this pack for realsies. Ooh, that sounded terrible. Oh well. It's in there now. But if you did like this, go ahead and do me a favor and subscribe. It helps out a lot. It encourages me to keep making these videos, and hopefully share me on your media, social media. Get my name out there. I'm terrible at it, so yeah, that's probably why I'm not popular right just yet, because I'm really not good at using that social media stuff. So I'm working at it. I really am trying. Hopefully I'll get better at it in the future, and hopefully these videos will keep getting better in the future as well. I have a microphone coming soon, and that's going to greatly increase my audio quality As soon as that comes around, I'm going to do a new YouTube intro, so maybe that will improve things overall. So anyway, hope you liked it, and I will catch you later.